So, we've been waiting in line forever. What was it? What, about 45 minutes? Give or take. Look at this line. We already passed a whole bunch of trucks. This is the line going out. The dump was way over there. This was not very good. You didn't really give them. They don't understand what's going on right now. They just see sunflowers and about 5 trucks. They didn't see that we just passed up 102 before you decided to earn your keep today and actually bust out the camera.
Alright, I'll use AI to make the line longer.
Long line. Long line. But he did help me undo the door. Just wanted to make sure if I died there was a witness and ended up in the landfill. I had somebody on my side that could call at least 911. But we ain't coming back here today. Not this one. I don't care.
What about the can?
Can is gonna be retired. See if anybody wants it. It's for sale. It's definitely damaged. So what happened was, that was my old refurbished can that we got for free a long time ago. Refurbished it, sunk some money into it, got our money back, rented it out. Plenty of time since then. But a couple months ago, David and I were at the landfill and it just didn't want to shut right. So we took it back to the yard, sat there for a little bit. Had a mobile welder come out that was recommended. And he came out, instead of actually fixing it, well, I don't know. I don't know what the problem was. But instead of like, you know, his solution, he was there for 2 days though.
Damn.
So, I mean, his solution was to cut the door at an angle so that it shut right at the position that it was at, which I think was a good idea. But what happened was, I think the walls had shifted, and so when he cut the angle, he cut the door to the, you know, to the angle of it currently was at that point. Well, when we did this demo, that guy was loading this dumpster up with a bunch of debris, packing it in really good, which pulled the walls out, popped them back into their normal spots for the most part, which in turn caused the door to not be aligned right, ripped the pin right out, and so it's all messed up. So it's either, I don't know what we're gonna do right now. I'm not gonna have that welder come back out. I'll either take it to a, you know, Keystone. There's another dumpster repair shop here in Wilmer that I haven't been to yet, but I've heard good things about. That way I don't have to drive it all the way out to Keystone. I do have a load. Thank you for getting out of my way. Goodness, driving like Miss Daisy over here. Yeah, places to go. But I do have a load of dumpsters coming from Keystone, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just have him load it right back up and take this one to Keystone and have them see if they can repair it, or I'll just scrap it. Or if anybody wants it, let me know. It's a good solid dumpster. The door's just messed up. But we're skating on this like ice on this. Look at this. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Unbelievable. We're drifting. Holy shit. Gee whiz. This girl don't know that curve right here.
Wet in the floor. It was sliding.
Like ice.
I didn't know you drifted like that.
I don't know, you like that? It's like I'm on the Fast and the Furious. Looks like it rained over here while we were at the landfill, even though we didn't get rain while we were sitting there.
We just missed it.
Because it wasn't wet like this when we pulled in. Alright, we are back at the shop. Drop this thing off and grab a 30 and actually start getting the normal work today. This was just a type of catch-up dump from a couple days ago, a little demo that I had. So let's put this one on the side. Back in the grass again. There's our out of service grass patch. We're going to get stuck in the mud like Daniel did yesterday. Let's go. We're going to Mansfield, go do a swap out. Hey.
Yeah, you got the entrance to Chase Bank.
Chase Bank? Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. There's a mirror that looks like a bunch of shit in front of it.
I think that is gonna move it for you.
I can't get that.
No, I think this dude's He has it on his forklift.
He's probably like, why are you just standing right there?
He's like, get out the way. That's pretty dope.
You want me to put this here?
I think so.
Hey, just tell him I want it. Like, if he's waiting, just put it there. Yeah, just like that. You can put it out there. You can go forward more, and I'll put mine right there. Go more. No, he doesn't want to go. That's fine, I guess. Okay, you want to put it down a little bit more, though. That'd be kind of smart. Bro, put your forks down. What in the fuck is he doing? There you go. Just give me the keys of that thing, bro. I'll drive it. And this one here, like those hand signals, that's a universal. Should I put this here? So yeah, I did a live stream last night. I'm doing a live stream every Wednesday from here to the road to the dumpster expo, basically. It's gonna be about, I don't know how many weeks we're at, about 8 weeks or so. So that's the plan, to do 8 weeks worth of dumpster expo shows. I'm sorry, 8 weeks worth of live streams between here and September. I know you just are not, bro. You really in the middle of. And on that live stream, I need one of those at the shop. On that live stream, I talked about financing, and so I guess we'll make this video about financing. It'll be kind of a part 2 of financing. I got, there was a question on Facebook saying that there's a lot of conversations around financing and how do people, what do I think about financing? How do people finance equipment like this in our industry? What kind of terms are there? What are the different options? So we could talk about that for sure in this video. So first of all, one of the first things I want to talk about is, like, literally just because a bank tells you that you're approved for a loan does not necessarily mean that you can actually afford that loan. Yes, they look at your financials. Yes, I mean, it really depends on the lender, but yes, they will look at your bank statements to see what your profit is on paper. But that absolutely does not mean, just because you got approved for a loan, does that mean that you can actually afford that loan and those payments. And so, what do I mean by that? I mean, say let's assume it's a truck or some dumpsters. The payment for that truck, okay, is the least of your worries when it comes to how much you're going to end up paying for that truck. Because not only, there's a lot more that's associated that comes with that truck payment than just the payment itself. Oh, there's lots of mud under here. What do you do with a can? Did he take it? Oh yeah, he take some? Not only is it that truck payment, obviously you've got a lot more payments associated with a brand new truck in your fleet. Oh yeah, he gone with it. He is gone with it. Oh no, it's right there. It's on the other side of that big pile right there. Oh my, that's super muddy. That's gonna suck for the next customer. This I'm just gonna go to, because there's mud all underneath. You've got insurance payments. You've got labor costs, driver fees, payroll, of course. Like, you've got repairs. I don't care if it's a brand new truck or a used one, you're gonna have repairs. Obviously the fuel, the extra, just the added cost of having another piece of equipment on top of your truck payment. So it's never just a truck payment. All right, let's go dump this one and figure out where we're going next, and we'll continue the conversation. That's it. All right, we out. Shut down the business. Not some sort of like fun. Show Mama B. There you go. Like, whatever.
Have you made any valuable connections or partnerships here at the Expo?
Over the 3 years we've been coming since the Dumpster Expo became an event, We have existing relationships that we've grown from that first year to now. There's a lot of guys we look forward to seeing. Just as an example, last night at our hotel, we start off with 5 guys at a table, just talking shop, learning from each other. Turned into 8, then 12, then 16. All of a sudden, we had probably 25 guys sitting in a big circle in our hotel lobby, learning from each other, talking about experiences and how we can help each other. That creates new relationships as well by getting introduced from our current or existing relationships that we've already built over the years. And just snowball effect, right? It's great for everyone.
Hey Oscar, this is Josh with American AF Dumpsters. Hey, I got a 30-yard for you here. Do you want me to place it right next to that blue one? Yeah, it's gone, so I just wasn't exactly sure that's where it was. Okay, sounds good, thanks. All right, so we're talking specifically about financing, and we're talking about being able to not only afford the truck payments, but also afford all the other things that come with said truck payment. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put a picture of what's going on right now on the screen. But I've got 52 minutes to go find a dealership to take this truck to and hopefully have somebody pick me up, because we're gonna have an issue here. This thing is about to derate and we're gonna end up stuck going 5 miles an hour, and I can't have that happen. So new trucks versus old trucks. I also mentioned it last night in my live, but just because somebody else buys new doesn't mean you gotta buy new. Just because somebody else buys used or whatever doesn't mean you gotta buy used. Don't buy equipment just because you're keeping up with the Joneses. Make sure you have the proper demand for that new equipment. Don't buy equipment and just assume that you're gonna get business from it. You don't get business from new equipment. You get new equipment because you have too much business. So I think that's a big misconception, is that if I build it, they will come type of mentality. And that is not true and applicable in business. That's a very good way to get out of business very quickly. And speaking of, keeping up with the Joneses, investments, because that's what these are at the end of the day, investments that make you money should never, in my opinion, unless you got the money and you want to go spend it to a certain extent, if it's not making you money, quit investing in it. Brand spanking new, flashy, whatever it is, wheels or whatever, great, that'll make you look better, that makes you feel better. But is it making money at the end of the day? Is it increasing your bottom line? Is it, if you can't afford it, don't, that's my, obviously, if you can afford it, you want to go ahead and spend the money, do what you got to do. That gives you a leg up on somebody else, great. But same kind of equipment will make you money one way or the other. 3016, let's go find a dealership to go take it to, because this truck is no bueno. And we got to figure out what the hell we're going to do. It says all systems are okay, 0 critical issues, 0 non-critical issues, but yet I have a check engine light. It doesn't anymore say that I have so many miles though. Seek service repair, emission system. I don't know if I can just keep going. Oh no, 25 minutes, seek service immediately. Okay, there goes that idea. Unbelievable. Wait. Waste management's truck. Parts. Body. In the back. And the gravel. I don't see no gravel back there. And that one truck is blocking the entire.
Damn!
Oh no, okay.
This is your line, bro. That's how long you have to wait.
That's insane. Where in the back, and where do you see gravel?
Hey, you see that car on the way back?
Oh hell no, I don't work here. You want me to walk all the way back there?
Damn, all the way back.
There's a lounge there. We gotta call to get an Uber out here. All these trucks are here for service, and they can't even tell me when. And I had 19 minutes now left before it derated, so I have no choice but to bring it here. It's not like I can shop around and go to any other dealerships. I'm recording David, recording me. David was just in another truck. But yeah, we're screwed. So as you can see, we just dropped off the Kenworth. Nothing we can do about it. I got nowhere else to go. Had 19 minutes to derate by the time we got here. We're gonna call an Uber head back to the shop, grab Daniel's truck, and go finish our route for the day. And just pray that hopefully they can get to this truck at some point. Shit out of luck. So let's get back to our financial lesson over here real quick. Reasons why you should not finance equipment. Let me go over some of those reasons real quick. One reason going to be that you're buying equipment just because your competitors or because you see somebody on the internet doing it, like on YouTube. That's definitely one reason why not to buy equipment. I'm trying to make sure, what is that back there? Is that a porta potty behind us? Okay. If you haven't proven the demand, we talked about that a little bit earlier. If you don't have the business for it, don't buy the equipment. Don't think that the equipment is going to bring you more business, because it probably won't. I don't think customers really care what year of your truck is or how new it is or anything like that. They just care that this thing is slow as molasses. Holy moly. Not used to this. If you can barely afford the down payment, that is another reason I would say don't buy the equipment. I mean, you should be able to comfortably be able to pay for the down payment. It's 20% portion of it, 10% portion of it. If that empties your bank account, no, I wouldn't buy any new equipment. If you're already behind on taxes, take it from me. If you're already in taxes, owe credit cards, or behind or behind on your current equipment payments, then adding another piece of equipment is not going to help you. If you don't know your numbers, and if you're buying the biggest and the newest just for appearances rather than profitability. If you guys remember, I have a shirt, my shirt a couple years ago that I created for the show was definitely don't do it for the Instagram or the gram, do it for the profits. Make sure you're actually making money. Make sure you're actually profitable. Make sure that your numbers are in order. Your bank's gonna want to see that you actually have a legitimate business, that you're doing good numbers, that you're responsible enough to have your numbers in order, have your profit and loss ready, have your bank statements ready. And that's some of the things they're gonna ask you for anyways when you get a loan, or when you request a loan. Is if it's a commercial loan, they're gonna ask you for your, well, pretty much any lender is probably gonna ask you your last 3 to maybe 6 months worth of bank statements. They're gonna ask you for your profit and loss. They're gonna ask you your balance sheet. Get a good bookkeeper to handle that stuff for you if it's something that you don't do. That's something I don't do. I don't really mess with that side of the business. I have a bookkeeper. He charges me about $550 a month. He used to charge me, I have multiple accounts still. He used to charge me about $300 a month. Handled all of that for me. And so all I had to do was either call him or go into QuickBooks, and he had it always updated. WAP. Unreal. We gotta paint that thing. That's embarrassing. It's WAP. All right, let's get out of here. We're running behind today.
What would you say to somebody on the fence about coming next year?
Do I need to say it again? Because if you didn't come, if you don't want to go, sorry, you missed it again, dude. What, I can't even, this isn't dodgeball. We're not throwing wrenches at your head. You just need to come here and just enjoy the fellowship. How about that?
Yep.
Don't even worry don't have any expectations like, well, when I get there, they better teach me something. Just come here, chill.
You need to get down here. If you thinking about getting to this business, you need to get down here. Get in the doggone room. Like, it's so much value down here. I mean, you got the finance guys, insurance guys, you got all your different equipment guys, you got business owners. I mean, you have literally everything, marketing, everything that you can even think of. They have it down here.
All right, then we're gonna talk about the types of loans or the types of financing you can do, creative financing or whatnot. Obviously, you can go to your regular bank, your traditional lender, credit union, bank, you name it. That's going to be your first option. They usually charge a little bit more. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think and drive here. I'm going to have to call a customer. 1 second. Good. I got a 40-yard for you here in Dallas. Yes, sir. The Blue House. There's a concrete pad site in the back. Yeah, I don't think I can fit. Your awning hangs over a little too far, and then you've got this little concrete ledge on the side. I'm literally right up on it. And let me see here. Yeah, you gotta, okay, yeah, it's because it's got this little like section that sticks out a little bit. This little, I don't know if it's a kitchen or what this is, but it sticks out a little bit. Otherwise, and there's cars here on the driveway next to it. Otherwise, I'd jump the curb a little bit. Oh yeah, I see all the trash back here. Okay, let me see if I can do something a little creative and drop it and then push it back. Let me see if that helps. I'll push it back as far as I can. Okay, will do. Sounds good. No problem. All right, let's go ahead and drop it and push it. So going back to what I was saying, the bank route is always usually your least expensive, I should say. Going to be your best interest rates. It's going to be, you know, having a loan at the bank is always ideal. But they're a little bit harder to get. They take a little bit longer. The lender usually doesn't know, the underwriters usually don't know the business very well. So it's a little more complicated to get a loan. And if you don't have a very good relationship with a banker, they're going to want to see, you know, all kinds of financials, and it just makes it a little more difficult. The easiest route, in my opinion, is usually going to be your equipment lender, somebody who specializes in the industry. Somebody who knows the business, knows, you know, the type of equipment that you're buying. Those lenders, they usually only require a couple years. If you've already been in business for a couple years, they're going to require like 3 months of bank statements, sometimes your profit and loss or your P&L up to that date, either last year's tax return, something like that. But it's usually pretty quick. Again, if you have a good accountant, you can, or a good bookkeeper, you can literally just log into QuickBooks if you're keeping it updated, and pull it from there. It's painless. And if the numbers look good, they're usually pretty quick to boy, that's gonna be tight. They're usually pretty quick to approve. Let me shut up for a minute and try to focus, because I'm not very good at doing two things at once. Whoever comes and picks this up has to be super careful. Oh, it's tight. Downward. I'm trying to pay attention over here. Looks like I'm touching it. Am I touching the roof? Can't really go down any further. I think we're good here. That's about as far as I'm willing to take it. Then you got your SBA loans. Those are more for like, not really equipment loans, but more for like acquisitions or buying a business. They're gonna look more into the business itself. That's really time consuming, very in depth, usually not the easiest to get. And then of course you got your line of credit. So that's something that I was talking about in the live yesterday that I highly suggest that everybody, regardless of how big or small your company is, try to go get a line of credit. Doesn't matter how big or small the line of credit is, just start somewhere. Ask for $1,000, a $5,000, a $50,000, whatever you can get. Ask for a line of credit, and you'll start building, a relationship with your banker and your bank, and just use it, pay it off. Use it, pay it off. Don't let it sit. Yeah, that's super tight. That's crazy tight. 4001. Have at it. Let's get out of here. All right, we are out of here. Off like a prom dress. Oh gosh, almighty. All right, so, and obviously we've worked with several lenders. I've worked with several lenders, and there's several that I would recommend when we're talking about the actual equipment lenders. Those are ones that a lot of those guys come to the show and they always support the industry. So big shout out to Streamline Financial. You've got Commercial Equipment Finance, Buffalo Financial. Those guys will definitely take care of you if you need any kind of equipment loans, dumpster loans, something like that. Make sure this one goes on nice and smooth. Dumpster is on board. It is now our problem. Let's go ahead and tarp this bad boy.
Got burnouts.
Yeah, look at that. All right, we're back here at the yard. I still got one more to do. I'm gonna let David go home, be done with it. But guys, this is why I started the Dumpster Expo. It's so that you can meet vendors like these finance companies that we've been talking about, and other vendors kind of have everything all in one place. So don't forget the Dumpster Expo. It is one of the most valuable, in my opinion, things for anybody starting in the dumpster industry, or even just in the dumpster industry, is just having those contacts and those industry vendors all in one place, on top of all the networking, the educational stuff, and everything else that we do. So don't forget the Dumpster Expo. Make sure you get your tickets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell. We will see you on the next one. Deuces.